Hey, everybody. Come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. Um, Today we're talking about Nolan Wells. For those that probably don't know about these guys here. So Nolan Wells, actually, he's a teenager, 18 years old. He went on a trip. Well, not even a trip. 4th of July, you know how all teenagers have plans. He went on a boat. Now, this is not his first time going on a boat. This is not his first time going on a boat, right? Let me see. Let me show you. Let me show y'all these pictures. Oh, I thought I had it going on right here. So, let me add him up here. I'm not going to remove him. Here we go. Right here. He went, to celebrate the 4th of July with his boys or his best friends or his friends. He came up missing. Nobody's seen him since 3 p.m. on the 4th of July. 3 to 4 p.m. on the 4th of July. They reported him missing. His mom reported him missing at probably 12 midnight, which is July the 5th. One of these guys, and I want to believe it's this one. I don't know if y'all can see my mouse. But the one on the end, next to his left, let me see, right. The one on the right side, he also reported Nolan missing. This is Nolan in the middle. So I'm coming straight with it. All I'm saying is we finna cover this. Some new details came up. The new details came up for us, the cell phone and car keys. I will be playing the conference with Mr. Ben Crump. Also, Jesse Jackson with the family. And they also have other two representatives. I didn't catch their name, but we're going to catch it all together because I'm going to be playing that video. And then we're going to be breaking it down on what actually really happened on this boat. What happened on this boat? We don't know, but I am going to play my intro and then we're going to get straight into it. If you're new here, please come through. Hit that like and that subscribe and that button because you'll never know. My name is TGBNG. I will cover these stories, okay? And as well, also, we want to stay respectful for all families involved. Regardless your opinion, all opinions count here. I'm transparent. If you want to speak something, you can put it in a chat or you can join my conversation after the commentary. Let's get into this.
Yeah. Got the signal on, got the feed in hand. New day, new story, coming to your screen fast. If it moves, we catch it. If it breaks, we roll. From the first alert to the final no. Keep it clear, keep it loud, say it loud. Keep it tight, one place, one name on your side. Since you breaking news, global. Say it again, since you breaking news, global. We bring it in, since you breaking news, global. Right on time, since you breaking news, global. From the town hall floor to the far coastline, every headline hits in a clean, bright line. No long wait, no drift, just the word you need, fresh from the source, and it reads like a speed. Keep it clear, keep it live, say it loud, keep it tight, one place, one name on your side. Did you breaking news, cover? Say it again, did you breaking news, cover? We're breathing, take your breaking news, cover. Right on time, take your breaking news, cover. For your channel tonight. When the screen goes hot and the world leans in, we cut through the noise, let the story begin. No fake, no fluff, just the truth in view. If you want the update, you know what to do. Take your breaking news, say it then, take your breaking news, we bring it in, take your breaking news, right on time, take your breaking news, for your channel tonight. Oh, yeah, yeah. Got the signal on, got the feed in hand. New day, new story, coming to your screen fast. If it moves, we catch it. If it breaks, we roll. From the first alert to the final no. Keep it clear, keep it loud, say it loud, keep it tight. One place, one name on your side. Did you breaking news, cover? Say it again, did you breaking news, cover? We bring it in, did you breaking news, cover? Right on time, did you breaking news, cover? For your channel tonight. Oh, yeah, yeah. From the town hall floor to the far coastline, every headline hits in a clean, bright line. No long wait, no drift, just the word you need, fresh from the source, and it reads like a speed. Keep it clear, keep it live, say it loud, keep it tight, one place, one name on your side. Did you breaking news, cover? Say it again, did you breaking news, cover? We're breathing, take your breaking news, cover. Right on time, take your breaking news, cover. For your channel tonight. When the screen goes hot and the world leans in, we cut through the noise, let the story begin. No fake, no fluff, just the truth in view. If you want the update, you know what to do. Take your breaking news, say it then, take your breaking news, we bring it in, take your breaking news, right on time, take your breaking news, for your channel tonight. Oh, yeah, yeah. Got the signal on.
Of Nolan Wells about to speak there in New York on the unanswered questions surrounding the death of their 18-year-old son, Al Sharpton, at the mic right now.
Who have already, in my judgment, seemed to have mishandled where it was going. Because to just immediately, before a week time, saying there was nothing done wrong, when we hear that this young man was engaged in some kind of argument that was on tape, that his cell phone and keys ended up with one of the people that were there on the island and got away. He was one black with 3 young white men who happened to end up with his phone, happened to end up with his keys. Then there's just too many questions that they should not be closing the investigation. Now, I'm from Brooklyn, so I'm a little different than some of y'all. I was built different. My nose is out here, my eyes are here, my brain is here, which means some things I could smell before I could see and before I can figure out. This does not smell right. So some people are saying, Reverend, are y'all bringing in race? Well, we're not bringing in race, but we're not discounting race either, because we don't know what it is. So to tell us don't rush to judgment saying it was racist is fine. But then I'm telling you, don't rush to judgment saying it was not racism, because we do not know. We do know what these parents are being told, and what the parents have now shared with us does not make sense. How do you end up a young, promising football player, not in trouble, mother and daddy at home, everything we tell them to do and be? They go on the 4th of July, on the anniversary of this country, going to an island, we're outing with his friends, and the friends come back, and he's left there with some story about, he said, leave them behind.
Ooh.
But then by some magic, one of the friends has his keys and his phone. Mind you, his mother tracked down the phone. They didn't voluntarily tell her they had his phone. They didn't voluntarily say they had the keys. So if they had not been tracked down, we don't know if they ever would have known where it was. Some of this doesn't make sense. So we are absolutely in National Action Network and other groups going to rally behind this family. I have told them that whatever we can and need to do, we will do it. Because this smacks of some of the worst fears that we've had historically, not only in Mississippi, but in this country. And we are there until the end with them. I've been asked by the family to be in Mississippi for the funeral to officiate, which I'm going to do. We just got off the phone with Tyler Perry, the actor who says he wants to help cover whatever expenses for the funeral. We have with us Spike Lee is in the house. Many of our people that have always supported families are there. This is not about them trying to raise money. We're going to take care of that. This is about, though, they got to keep going forward. But we want justice, and let the chips fall where they may. If it ends up being one way that we suspect was wrong, fine. But if it's another way, don't back up and play games with this. They are not activists or lawyers. So they only want justice for their son. I'm an activist. When we get there and they say we heating things up, that's what we do. Because sometimes you got to make people sweat to get the poison out their system. I'm the sweat man. And they are the parents that want to see justice for their son. Let you hear from Christine and Elmer Wansley and then Attorney Crump. Let them. Yeah.
Let's do it first.
Okay, Attorney Crump, and then we hear from the parent.
Okay. Thanks, Rev. Yeah, I can come on up with Rev and us. We'll all be together. Thank you, Reverend Al, for always answering the bell as you have done on so many occasions when families get the worst news of their life. And make no mistake about it, Christine and Elmo got the worst news of their life on what was supposed to be a joyous occasion where everybody was celebrating the 4th of July weekend. I'm Attorney Ben Crump, along with Attorney Lisa Park and Jared Presson and Camila Moore. We have the honor and the privilege of helping to lead an independent investigation on behalf of the family of Nolan Wells. Why do you say we need to be retained to lead an independent investigation? It is because the family has distrust of the Mississippi law enforcement officials giving them a fair investigation where their black son ended up dead after going out on a boat with 3 young white men. The history of Mississippi is something that they don't just read about in books, but it's a lived experience for many Black Americans that oftentimes when our children are killed in highly questionable situations, that there is this notion that, oh, it was nothing wrong, no foul play, let's just sweep it under the rug.
Come on,
we
Ben.
refuse to sweep it under the rug. We refuse to just let Nolan Wells' death be in vain. We're going to make sure that we get to the truth, the whole truth,
nothing
but the truth, because Nolan deserves it. You're going to hear his mother and father talk about what a wonderful young man he was. I mean, doing everything right. Reverend Al, he was not only a college student, he was a great athlete. He was a model big brother for his brothers and little brothers and sisters. And he was a great son who was on the cusp of becoming a man. I mean, Christina Elmore did everything to prepare him for this moment. He was so close. He was right there. You're going to hear his father talk about him had a good football season last year, but this season he was really ready to go to the next level, to go to Division I. I mean, the highlights that you're seeing on social media of his athletic prowess, I mean, it is all relevant, because when you start talking about drowning, I mean, this is a kid who knew how to swim. This is a kid who was in tip-top shape. He was a superior athlete. And so I'm going to get to that in a moment, these glaring contradictions, but to try to say, oh, we're suggesting it was just an accident or drowning, go ahead and move on. Well, they are not accepting it. They are not accepting it. They want to know that you have not taken the path of least resistance, that you have done a full, complete,
investigation,
thorough, impartial investigation. Because it cannot be lost on anybody, but especially us in the Black community. If the roles were reversed and you had 3 young Black men on a boat with a young white man, and that young white man ended up dead, what kind of investigation would be being conducted by the Mississippi law enforcement officials? How many times would those 3 young Black men be interrogated?
I could pause that right now and say the Black men, and I said it wasn't about races, but I can say, knowing what goes on in society and our skin color, those Black men will still be right now in jail, because had they interrogated all them kids, one on would have folded. So if the reverse was them being all Black kids and one white kid, they would have had their ass locked up until one of them fold, okay? And neither of these kids got locked up. Let me continue to play. And I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, because I do want y'all to hear everything.
So all we're asking is the same consideration you would have given if the roles were reversed give that consideration to this family as well.
Mm-hmm.
That is our fight. The glaring contradictions just jump out at you. The fact that he is there with his friends, and you look at all the videos, it seems to be he's the only black on the island, or maybe one other, but not many. And so, Jared, you have where a young woman he was talking to says that, well, Nolan said he was going back to get on the boat with the boys. The boys say that Nolan told them he was going to stay and talk to the young woman. It's a contradiction. They're not saying the same thing. One of them is telling the truth, one of them is not. We have to get to the bottom of that. It's important.
And I want to say this, Crump, I get what you're saying. One telling the truth and one is not. I had to interrupt to say this. Neither one of those, the girl ain't telling the truth, nor is the other guy, the friend. They're not telling the truth. Neither one telling the truth. Neither one telling the truth. Okay? I just want to say that.
And then the fact, Reverend Al, that they have this video of an argument that is going on. And you know, thank God, all young people, they have cell phones, and anytime you hear people raising their voice, they start the video. And so you hear on the video, Nolan saying, "Give me my freaking phone. What are you freaking doing?" And that becomes even more relevant when you think about the story that.
Now, this situation, what Ben Crump is speaking of, you do have an argument. You do hear an argument. But the distance from that argument, either that lady, whoever recorded that, has one powerful speaker on her phone, or she could have been recording it on a big speaker. I just don't understand how you can hear what they saying when they sitting on the people that's recording sitting on a dock, while the other kids all the way across the room on land. Like they literally on the Gulf of the island. So if the pick up to hear, "Give me my freaking phone," I can't, and I'm being transparent. I don't believe that was Nolan and his crew. I believe it was whoever she was close to. So this what makes me believe the boat that they came on, they said 2 boats together, right? So that was one of the boats that somebody that was on that boat going ham while the other kids on land. That's my opinion. Let me continue playing.
They are presenting that Nolan chose to stay behind. That's what they're saying. But his phone, he wouldn't take that with him if he's going to stay behind on the island. I mean, we're talking about an 18-year-old kid. What teenager would leave their phone behind if they're going?
And I can answer that, knowing and dealing with teenagers. And my kids are grown now. They over the age of 18. You can't take their phone if they was on a punishment. Because even if you think you took their phone while they on a punishment, they got a backup phone. So, no, Nolan did not leave his phone, especially if he said, "Okay, y'all leave, I stay. Give me my phone." Okay? I want my phone. I think they left with his phone, his car keys, before he even went to ask for his belongings. And then I'm going to get into more on why I believe. They didn't ask him. He wasn't begging for his phone. So what they hear on Doc, that was not Nolan. And I'll get farther in the video to let y'all know why I feel like that was not Nolan. But I'm going to continue to play.
Stay on this island. What teenager wouldn't take their phone? And so it's not adding up. It's not adding up at all. The fact, as Reverend Al said, you know, they didn't take his phone with them. His mother, when she finds out that her baby is missing, they start trying to track the phone, GPS the phone. They've used Life 360, and they discover that, well, the phone is on land. The phone is on land, but you're saying he went missing on the...
Now, see, this where, when I get deep in the video, because I got more stuff to pull up. Now, when a mom said the phone is on land, okay? So she did the 360, Life 360. If y'all look it up, you'll know it shows all your locations, all your whereabouts. Everywhere you was with your phone, it's going to show. You ain't got to worry about your kid because it's going to show where your kid is at. But when mom noticed, she called a friend, and we're going to get into that. Let me play it, and then I'm going to show y'all who I really think need to be investigated on. I'm going to continue to play.
Island. And so it's not adding up. And so they go get the phone. And you hear her tell herself, when her and her sister start going through his phone, Jared, they realize that there are deleted messages. So they're trying to figure out, well, why are there deleted messages on his phone? I mean, it becomes relevant when you start putting everything together where we can't just say, oh, there's no instance of foul play.
And you better say it.
We're going to get to the truth one way or the other. The fact that, and this really makes no sense to me, Reverend Al. This notion that where he drowned.
Reverend, not shocking.
Y'all have, I'm sure, seen all the videos out there. I mean, if he's drowning, nobody sees him drown. Nobody offers assistance. Nobody tries to help him. I mean, obviously, he's...
And then I'm going to pause on that and say this. No, they didn't see him drown because he didn't drown. It was too many people out there in the water. So let me say something. And I don't know how all family, how family is. Let me tell you something. We come together. We lead together. Wherever boat you got on, I'm getting on. We're not separated. So if they say there ain't no room on this boat for all of us, then guess what? We're not getting on that boat. We get on a boat that got enough room for all of us. And once we get to dock and we having fun, if you think you're going to leave one behind, your ass going to get knocked off that boat. Because we going to make room. So at the end of the day, somebody sink something. Let me carry y'all.
Stands out. He's, I think, the only black person I saw when I'm looking at the videos. And if you see him drowning, you mean nobody is going to try to help him?
Please.
It's not adding up.
Even though
it is not adding up.
People that wasn't in
and that's why the family,
please,
at their behest, we had an independent autopsy being performed. And we thank Colin Kaepernick for helping to pay for that independent autopsy. And we thank Tyler Perry for helping to pay for the funeral, because as Reverend Al said, these were just regular parents going about their life. They weren't expecting any of this. And then we're having to try to hire all these experts to be able to go and see if they can retrieve deleted messages. We have to have experts. You'll hear from Attorney Park talk about, where the body was found when it was recovered and how long.
And I'm going to say, the expert, Cajun, Navy, I didn't even pull up his video. Cajun, Navy, something, but if y'all can look it up, that man clearly, he does this for a living. And when he seen Nolan Wells' body, he told the mama, keep your foot on their head. Because if you don't keep the foot on their head, they're going to say he accidentally drowned. And so many words, but he couldn't say it like that. But he knows he's experienced of finding bodies, missing persons, anything in water. Navy, Cajun, something that y'all, I didn't pull it up, but he knew when he was there to help find the body, he knew something was wrong. And like he told the parents, keep y'all foot on their head because something ain't right.
It took to be recovered. We think all of those are relevant issues to trying to understand what really happened to Nolan Wells. And this independent autopsy is so very important because we had his body flown from Mississippi to Washington, D.C. Because his family wanted to make sure that they had a doctor who had no ties to Mississippi law enforcement to do an independent examination of their son's body. And we are hopeful to get that results in the very near future.
And the independent medical examiner that's in Mississippi that examine bodies according to people that actually know who she is, she always close case and say, oh, well, he drowned. Oh, well, he got beat up. She don't even say he got beat up. It's always in a favor of the state of Mississippi. So let me remove my child and have a different opinion, baby. Because I don't know what these state people got over you. But you're not doing that for mass. So that's why I more power to this family, Christina Wansey and her husband, and Ben Crump, and everybody that's involved. Find out what happened to my child. My child ain't just drowned. It's too much fishy, ishy shit. It's more fish on land than in the goddamn water. Some ain't right.
We were hoping we would have had it today. However, as you all know, here in New York, they canceled all the flights yesterday. And so it took a long time for his body to get to the medical examiner's office in Washington, D.C. But rest assured, as soon as we get those results, we will make them known to you because we believe transparency is very important. We want to lead by example. We want them to be transparent, and we want to be transparent. We know they conducted an autopsy. We are waiting on their results as well. The final thing I will say is this. If there are any people who are on that island, any young people who recorded videos, who witnessed things, who may have saw Nolan at any time on the island, please, please, please let us know.
And that is definitely the truth. It was so many people on that island July the 4th celebrating the 4th of July, 250 years. Somebody sent something. I don't care if you turned your head. You synced it. And if you ain't see it, that means it didn't happen on that island. It happened when they left that island. Okay?
Please call bencrump.com, call the 800 number, just any information. They are desperate. We're in a ferocious pursuit for the truth. And y'all, if it was your child, wouldn't you want everybody who knew something
Do
to
something.
let
Tell
you
me
all
something. Yep.
know? This is a hard one, Rhea, because it's so tragic on so many levels. Rhea, before we bring the parents up, why don't we have Attorney Lisa Park, who is helping head up the investigation with our office.
Okay, so that's who she is. Okay.
My name is Lisa Park. I'm the senior attorney for the Ben Crump Law Office in
Period.
Atlanta.
Period.
It is our honor to work with the family to try to find answers in this case. I think that most of you at this point are aware of Ben Crump Law and many of the cases that we represent in this country. Some of these cases you don't know anything about until we get involved.
And they
and we
scared.
shed some light. And we explain to the media what has happened, and you all let America know what has happened. Sometimes cases come and you all already know about it. This is one of those cases.
Yeah.
I saw this in the news before I got a call from Ben. This was already huge in social media, already out in general media. Why? Why? Because it doesn't take an attorney. It doesn't take a special investigator. It doesn't take someone with extreme training to know right off there's
that something wasn't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right about this. And not one person. All the friends, all of the friends said, we last seen him at 3. Wait a minute, hold up. Ain't nobody say about 6. Ain't nobody say about 3:45. Ain't nobody said about 3:25 or 3:30 or 3:48. Every friend said they seen him around 3 to 4 o'clock, which makes me think whatever happened on that boat or on that island, y'all see what happened to him around that time. Y'all just ain't saying what happened.
something wrong here. This is, as Ben has put it, not adding up. It is so obvious. There are so many people in this country that go missing, right? Everybody knows this. But this case has captured everybody's attention.
Yes, it did.
Think
Yes,
about
it did.
why.
Oh, man.
You know that something is not right. It doesn't take us.
It's
doesn't
not
take
right. Let me say
the
this.
Reverend Al Sharpton, Ben Crump, to tell you, and then
And Al Sharpton, Bill Crump, and this lady that's speaking, and everybody that's looking in the investigation, even the people that went to go search for Nolan, they knew someone right. You know how they knew someone right? Why all the friends got one set ass time to say that's the last time they seen him. And no other boaters that was still on the shore, on the island, couldn't even fucking say, excuse my language, y'all, but I'm upset now. I've been upset. But no other boaters could say, yeah, I remember him. He asked me this, that. No other boaters could say that because Nolan got back on the boat with their ass, and whatever happened when they got to shore, that was the last time they seen him, around 3 and 4 o'clock. And they still continue to party up until 11 o'clock when they reported him missing. Let's talk about it. But I'm going to keep playing. Let's continue to play.
Think, oh, now I know something's wrong. We know something is wrong. Mm-hmm. And for every single person that was in Horn Island, and we know there's about 200 people, there's a lot of people. And we know that Horn Island is a popular place during the holidays. It's a popular place on the weekends. You have to get there by boat. It's the only way to get there. Mm-hmm. You have to leave by boat. Mm-hmm. It's the only way to leave. Mm-hmm. So many people out there. If you are watching this, if you see this, and you are struggling about what to say or what to do, you know what the right thing to do is. Mm-hmm. Call Ben Crump Law. There's this thing called...
And I'm going to tell you, the other boaters, they probably didn't know or didn't see anything that was going on out there. You know why they didn't see anything that was going out there? I just said it. Nolan got on one of those 1 or 2 boats. The shit happened after he got on that boat. They brought him back there to be found. Because other than that, it could have been witnesses. Too many people out there. I don't know these people. All the friends know 3 to 4 o'clock. But all the other people out there that don't even know these people, they ain't seen Nolan. Ain't nothing happened when we was out here. You know why? Because it happened when they went to shore. They got a boat and took him back out there to make it look like he drowned. I'm going to continue to play.
The internet. It's very easy to find that number. Call us. We have an entire call center. They're waiting to hear from you. If you didn't go to Horn Island, but you've heard something, because people are talking. They're talking with each other. They may not be calling the police. They may not be calling us. But you heard something. We need to know that. We need to know that. In America today, so many of us, we want to believe that the last several decades, we've made so much progress in our race relations, don't we? We want to believe that. Whether you're Black or you're white or you're Asian, that's what we want to believe. We wanted to believe that this past 4th of July when we celebrated 250 years, right? If you want to believe that, you've got to be part of the solution. You've got to be part of that. You have to make it happen. And if you have information, please call us. It is incredibly important. People out there, you have answers. You may not know exactly what your information means, but if you saw something, say something, please.
And those people out there did not see anything because Nolan made it on 1 of the 2 boats. He made it on one. They came with 2 boats. Katie boat and Katie friends and family. Nolan boat, Nolan friends. He made it on 1 of those boats. And I'm like with Ben Crump. They say he went here and then he went there. I ain't see him after that. I ain't see him after that because y'all know what happened to him. Y'all know exactly what happened to him. None of them damn fucking friends of Nolan's is innocent. None of them. And the reason why the other bystanders didn't see Nolan drowning or doing anything, because he made it back on land. Trust me.
Anything else about the time? Okay, we'll take it on question and answer.
All right, we're going to hear from the parents, and then we'll have Q&A. And what I want is when we go to the media, identify yourself and your outlet so we know who is speaking. And let me say again that we're standing with this family till the very end and make sure we're dealing with justice. Let's first hear from.
And this where it's going to get real deep at. So brace yourself, because TG, Breaking News Global, reading straight into these people. This is where it's going to get real deep at. Whether you agree or you don't agree, just pay attention. Let me continue to play.
The mother, Christine Wansley.
First of all, I want to say thank
I
you,
agree,
everyone, for being here.
Mm-hmm.
This is not how I wanted the world to meet my son,
I bet you did.
but here we are.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you know, I'm Christine Wells Wansley. I am Nolan Wells's mom. And
What was the smack about? Hold on.
Nolan is the kindest soul. He never.
Y'all ain't catch that. Did y'all catch that? Put a 1 in the chat. Now, I do know and I do understand. She know her son is not coming back home, right? But put a 1 in the chat and look at her husband right behind her shoulder. Baby, I read into things, and what I read into may not be right, but it's what I see. Y'all know how they say kids was born with a veil over their head, and that ain't nothing but like a rubber, they call it a condom. I think I was one of those kids because I read into things that I'm sitting here like, huh, what, was? Let me, continue playing. Let me play.
Make sure we're dealing with justice. Let's first hear from the mother, Christine Wansley.
First of all, I want to say thank you, everyone, for being here. This is not how I wanted the world to meet my son, but here we are. So, as you know, I'm Christine Wells Wansley. I am Nolan Wells's mom. And Nolan is the kindest soul. He never met a stranger. He loved everybody.
But he did meet a stranger. The stranger danger is the strangers that he had on this boat. He never met a stranger. Everybody meets strangers every day long, all day long, 24 hours a day. You can go in the store and meet a stranger. He never met a stranger. Let me continue to play.
He didn't care if you were black, white, purple, green, looked like a marshmallow. Like, he just wanted.
And I believe that Nolan really didn't care about anybody's character. He didn't care about nobody's character. He just wanted everybody to be happy. I agree with you. But it's something about you. And when I say it get dark, I'm telling the truth. Something about you ain't sitting right with me neither. I ain't done yet.
And everyone to be in peace with one another. He loved life, and God gave him this big heart, which always scared us. Me and his dad had conversations with him all the time.
Wait.
Not just
Scared of
about
what?
the importance of understanding.
Let me rewind that back. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all probably like, damn, let it play. No, because I listen to things. Always scared of us, is what she said. Us is meaning mommy and daddy. Oh, when I say it's going to get deep, it's getting deep. It's getting deep. I don't know why y'all ain't even looking too as well as why Nolan is not alive right now to this day. And it's kind of funny to me. Like when I say funny, strange. I mean strange. That nobody seen Nolan disappear. But it was on a boat. It was on a shore. Give me my fucking phone. They swore up and down that was Nolan asked for his phone. Maybe he did get his phone at 3 p.m. Maybe he did call mom and daddy to come pick him up. Maybe that Walter boy hurried up and zoomed his ass up on Shaw, on surf. The parents could have picked him up. Nobody even talking about this. And once he was gone, nobody seen him since. You know why? Because it could, the shit. I'm just keeping it real. The parents could have been the ones that picked him up. Okay? But I'm going to continue. Let's play.
Purple green, looked like a marshmallow. Like he just wanted everyone to be in peace with one another.
LG.
He loved life, and God gave him this big heart, which always scared us. Me and his dad had conversations with him all the time.
I'm just gonna let this play.
Not just about the importance of understanding our history as Black people, but also the importance of how you have to move in certain spaces. And it's not us being, feeding into racism or the stereotypes that comes with that. Unfortunately, that is just a matter of fact. There have been many cases, many instances that shows it's unfortunately a pattern that he did not like. He did not like that there was so much division, and I think that's why God gave him us. He was really a peacemaker. He wanted, like I said, everyone to be included. He never wanted to leave anyone out. He just, even at a young age, I don't know, he was, how old was he?
18.
No, not 18. When he was a baby, he did little dance. So his father and I were having a moment, and as couples do, and even in that moment, he runs in the room with his diaper on, of course, and he starts dancing because it was like he could feel the tension. He could feel that something wasn't right. So he was just a special kid. Like he was a special kid, but again, just heart was so big. And we're gonna miss him dearly. But we are grateful, especially to our friend Tashima, who actually was one of the people who helped us that night. She went and picked up his cell phone from where it was, and then
So I'm about to stop
provided
this right
that
here.
to us
Hold up.
because we of course contacted authorities to figure out who to do the report. Like, he was a special kid, but again,
Let me start this. So I was busy in this moment. Let me see, make sure I get it all the way back to the mom saying Nolan knew. Let's see, I don't want to go too far back, but he knew when something wasn't right. Because as a kid, he knew things weren't right. So he grew up knowing things ain't right. And look at the dad smile. Y'all think I'm lying. Y'all gonna be like, I'm reaching. I'm not reaching. I'm born with a spirit to know something ain't right. And these two parents need to be questioned too. So now we getting into this. When I say it's gonna get deep, it's getting deep. I'm not gonna disrespect these parents. I'm just saying what I see as well. Let's continue to play.
and even in that moment, he runs in the room with his diaper on, of course, and he starts dancing because it was like he could feel the tension. He could feel that something wasn't right. So he was just a special kid. Like, he was a special kid, but again, just heart was so big. And and we're gonna miss him dearly. But we are grateful, especially to our friend Tashima, who actually was one of the people who helped us that night. She went and picked up his cell phone from where it was, and then provided that to us because we of course contacted authorities to figure out who to do the report with, whether it was the county or the city, which then turned into DMR, who I contacted immediately from there. But
Tell them how you got the cell phone.
so our friend actually, when I called her, Nolan is best friends with her two sons, Jalen and Javon.
Let me get back to it. Best friends with who? Wait. Okay. Best friends with these two. They brothers. Before I break it down, these are brothers. They friends of Nolan Wells. They also, the mom is best friends with these two people moms. So I'm getting back into the commentary. Where you at? Where my video at? Hold on, my bad. I was reading my sister's text, which threw me off, but this is what I'm talking about. Let's go back. Now listen to the video. Press play. And I'm going to rewind it just a little bit.
We of course contacted authorities to figure out who to do the report with, whether it was the county or the city, which then turned into DMR, who I contacted immediately from there. And, but
Can you tell them how you got the cell phone?
so our friend actually, when I called her, Nolan is best friends with her two sons, Jalen and that I think I can't exactly remember what his location was showing, but my Life 360 location was showing something completely different. It was actually showing that his phone was like he was on land. And so we ended up, she received the phone from that parent, and then we met up where his car was, which was at a separate location. There were issues obtaining the key, but even so, there was just a lot of.
Tell them about what happened with the keys.
So I'm going to let my husband tell you about that, because he actually went up to the door to get the key, because at that point, I was just not in my right mind. This has just been an awful situation. Just
At this point, I know y'all probably get mad at me for saying this. At this point, everybody should have been investigated, because it might be hard to find out what really happened to Nolan Wells. I'll continue to play.
terrible.
Elmore Wansley, the father.
Okay, so the situation with the key. When we got to the house, a few of his friends, they were already there, and they were at the door in the house, asking questions. So when I walked up, they were getting, things were getting kind of tense. So I turned to them and told them, I need you guys to calm down. I don't do this to me right now. I need them to kind of trust me so they can give me something. So I was able to calm them down. So the guy, he's in one of the pictures, but he came out of the room, half asleep or whatever, I think Jack's or whatever. And I said, look, I'm Nolan's father. I'm here to get his keys so I can get his car. I said, he's like,
His car was in the yard.
his car's parked in the yard. So he was like, I don't know, man. Nolan's like my brother. I said, well, if Nolan was like your brother, would you please go in your room and see if you can find my son's keys so I can take his car home? He walks off, 2 or 3 minutes, come back. I can't find the keys. I said, okay. So at that point, I get the boys and I move them out the house, because I didn't want them to go into the house and start tearing up these people's houses, because then that would be a whole nother situation. So walk outside by the car. One of the guys that was in the house with us, he was on the phone with a girl, and the girl told him that Nolan's keys were on top of this Jack's guy's ex.
What's the girl, Katie? And I understand being crunk, keeping them from saying names and identifying, but it's already out here on social media. Was the girl Katie saying this is where his keys at to his car? It's on the manifest by the TV? Huh? Why these kids is not locked up? And why the parents? Why I can't even ask that question? I'm not even gonna ask that question, because me, I'm ghetto. The shit happened to my kids. You ain't telling me shit, but me. I already know my son gone. It's me doing my own investigation. I ain't gonna remain calm. I can't remain calm. Y'all was the first people y'all. He went with y'all, happy to go with y'all, and then to come back, he ain't with y'all, and I'm coming to X for all his belongings. And y'all to tell me it ain't here or he wasn't here. That's what you try to tell me. But when I did the GPS and then 360 life 360, and then I called the other friend that, oh, he the best friend of Nolan, and y'all still sticking with the same goddamn story, baby, it get deep. Don't play with me. Let me continue playing.
Box in the house because apparently she was there with him earlier. So he goes back up to the door by himself, and 5 minutes later, the keys come out. So now I feel like you done lied to me. So now I'm really like in distress with you. But as far as the night goes, if I knew anyone who had a boat, I would have went out that night looking for my son. We tried, but I don't. But if I knew someone with one, I would have went out that night. And this so happened that his coach saw all the stuff on Facebook that next morning and called and contacted me at like 5 a.m, asked me, did we want to go out? And I told him yes. So within an hour, he was at the dock. We met him and we went out. We docked the boat, got off the boat, walked on the island, walked a pretty nice stretch, came back, got back on the boat, went around the island, looked, came back around, and where we went to, that's where apparently they say that his body floated up. I don't know a lot about water currents over there, but I would think that we would have saw his body. And on the trip there was a family that stayed a night on the island, like actually tented out on the island. So if he was left, he would have saw that family on the island, and there was 2 other boats docked, so he would have had help.
So my question is this. The people that was left on the island and they stayed all night, are they being questioned? Because now at this point, it's too many people, it's too many hands involved. Did any law enforcement question the people that stayed all night on that daggone land?
So I don't know. I don't know. I think we stayed there for like an hour and a half. That's when Jackson County and the sheriff department showed up, and they were going to do their rounds. And I had a classmate of mine, him and his 2 boys, that came out and they searched, and then they got back in touch with me and said the Coast Guard had finally showed up in airplanes. So
what is so critical, what Elmore is saying is they went out on Sunday, and the tide, if it brought his body up, he went missing on July 4th, as they say. His body should have been there on July 5th. Why would it not appear to July 6th? And
the reason why is because them kids, or everybody that was involved, is only seen him at 3 p.m. They brought him back to where they want him to be found at.
that's one of those things that's just not adding up. And the fact that if he stayed behind on the island,
he ain't going without his phone.
There were people, somebody had to see something. That's why it's not adding up. And that's what they're saying. It's just not adding up.
Yes.
And if he was there 2 days, somebody on the island would be able to verify that.
Yes.
2 days,
Other
and
boaters.
nobody's come forward and said, no, he was with us, or no, we saw him. It just does not make sense. Make it make sense.
Just one last thing. We want her to talk about the cell phone deleted messages. I'm sorry. I thought my voice was loud enough. One last thing. We want to have Christine talk about the cell phone from her perspective before they tell you who Nolan was, and then we'll take your questions.
So when we made it
Listen
home,
to this
my
very
sister and
clear.
I actually went through Nolan's cell phone,
Very clear.
particularly Snapchat, because that is so popular with the children. And when we opened it up, there was nothing. There were no saved pictures. There were no snaps from that day. And we did open it before the 24-hour expiration. So we found that very concerning, only because anyone who's ever been around Nolan will tell you at social gatherings, he's taking videos, he's taking pictures, he's even come up to me when I'm getting ready to go to bed. Hey, Ma, come on, take a picture of me. You know, like that was Nolan. So that's why we feel that things may have been deleted, was because of the fact that there was
Body language tells it all. Watch the father in the back. Child. Nobody is excluded from this investigation when it comes to TGB&G, TG Breaking News. Nobody excluded.
particularly Snapchat, because that is so popular with the children. And when we opened it up, there was nothing.
Look at the five.
There were no saved pictures. There were no snaps from that day. And we did open it before the 24-hour expiration. So we found that very concerning, only because anyone who's ever been around Nolan will tell you at social gatherings, he's taking videos, he's taking pictures, he's even come up to me when I'm getting ready to go to bed. Hey, Ma, come on, take a picture of me. You know, like that was Nolan. So that's why we feel that things may have been deleted, was because of the fact that there was nothing in either one of his accounts. But I do want to say this. I would hope that any parent who, God forbid, would be in our situation, I would hope that you would do the same thing. I would hope that you would ask for any help.
I'm sure help will help. Help is help. So you wouldn't have to say, I wish and hope everybody will help. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I see some wrongs going on in the household. So let me bring this up. TMZ interviewed the little boy. Well, I ain't even gonna call him a little boy because he's a little grown little man too. So they interview him, right? Well, let me see. Make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah. Listen to what he has to say. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure it's shared. Remove this. And if y'all enjoying this live, please like, subscribe. I breaks it down. I keep it real. It's the truth. What they bring out, I go beyond, and I read people's minds. So let me show y'all this one with the young kid, Nolan. Not Nolan. Javante and his brother. Hold up, let me see if I can bring the pictures up. This right here. Remember, they are the first people to say they last seen him at a certain time. I don't even have Katie picture, but I do believe they all know what happened to Nolan. Okay? The one in the gray hoodie. Nolan mom called his mom, because they both brothers. To me, his name Tracy Carter. And this one is Javon Williams. Williams is the one that said he left his phone on the boat as well. I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, so you left your phone, but you was able to go back to get your phone. But the things that y'all said when y'all seen Nolan on the island didn't make sense. Let me start with this brother. This is what he said. When he seen Nolan, when he first seen Nolan, this is what he said. What did it say? Just hit me up when you get back. What Nolan say? Nolan said, I'll hit you up soon as when I get back. But what made him feel like someone right? What made this brother feel like someone right with Nolan? Just hit me up when you get back. Just be careful. Now, remind y'all. They both had two statements of the last time they seen Nolan. The one with the do-rag, this is his statement. Just hit me up when you get back with a period. Just be careful with a comment. Bro, period. Watch out for yourself. What that tells y'all, please write in the comment. And I know I ain't got a lot of viewers. What do that tells y'all? You know something about to happen to my boy. Because if you didn't, and when you seen him, why would you even say? I would have just been like, hey, what's up? See you. Hey, holler at you in a minute. But to put these words, and you, my dear, ain't your name Tracy Carter? Or Cesar? Something with a C? You talk to the authorities. And you said you last synced him at 3. And when you synced him, when you synced Nolan, this was your last words to him. Can somebody read it for me? Just hit me up when you get back. Just be careful, bro. Watch out for yourself. Is that how you approach your best friend that you kick it with all the time? You see every day just because we on land? Shit, we see each other when we ain't on the island. Is this how you approach me? I would have thought something was fucking weird about that. And then let me get you to this conversation with the other brother. See, let me tell you something. Something ain't right. This one with the hoodie on his head. I'm going to bring out his damn confessions and what he say. But this is what he said as well when Nolan Wells approached Both of them. This is his comment. As soon as we out there, he told me that I love. He told me he loved me. As soon as we got out there, he told me he loved me. What the freaking frack really going on? As soon as he seen me, he told me he loved me. Pay attention. Pay attention. So, as soon as I see him, I'm be like, I love you. Make it make sense. As soon as we got out there, he told me that he loved me. Then it comes to this pitch here. Nolan was loving everybody, obviously. And whoever took this picture where the guy to his left spit out his goddamn drink and made it look like I ain't gonna see it going down his chest. What the heck really went on? Someone right. I even got a better picture. Why? It's all of y'all. So let me tell y'all something about this. So if y'all ain't never rode a boat or a ride before, the wave will move you on one side, right? So I'm looking on my left side. The first two, they was trying to get close to Nolan. But he had this the same kid that spilled whatever he had in his mouth, that drink spilled out. Pay attention to what I'm trying to say. So before, let me see, add this to the screen. Before they really got to boarding, Nolan got his drink behind a head. This is drink right here. But whoever took that picture says something funny. Where is that? I don't want to remove it. I want to add it. Look at that. That could have been the first start of their argument. And then another point to point out. Look at this shit, man. I don't care. I ain't reaching. Who put their arm close to a man's leg? I don't care what color you are. Hey, you feel a little bit too comfortable. I ain't comfortable. Get if you don't get your that goddamn elbows and your daggone hand off my knee bone, it's a problem. But I'm gonna carry on. Let me see, make sure y'all see it. Mhm. Hold on. I want to know too. It's a lot that a lot of y'all don't know. I don't even know. These two too. Oh, I'm gonna get into that even more. When I say get deeper, get deeper. It's what I seen, my research. Let's get back to the video. So remove that. Let's get back to the video.
Like that's our biggest thing. And we are so grateful to of his accounts. But I do want to say this. I would hope that so we found that very concerning only because anyone who's ever been around Nolan will tell you at social gatherings, he's taking videos, he's taking pictures, he's even come up to me when I'm getting ready to go to bed. Hey, Ma, come on, take a picture of me. You know, like that was Nolan. So that's why we feel that things may have been deleted, was because of the fact that there was nothing in either one of his accounts. But I do want
And I feel, and I'm not there, I don't know these people. I feel like what was deleted is they got mad because they say a Katie girl came on the boat and Nolan wanted to stay with this Katie girl, right? But I look at this video, everybody want Nolan. As a man, I see if this was a video full of females, but these are all men's. The touch ain't given. It's a secret that's had or what's going to be explored. And that's probably why videos and messages was deleted. Now the question is, who deleted the message and videos?
God forbid, would be in our situation, I would hope that you would do the same thing. I would hope that you would ask for any help, receive any help to get answers, because at the end of the day, that's all we want. We just want to know. We just want to know what happened and why our baby didn't come home.
And I'm not gonna degrade these families, the mom, the dad. I'm not. But it's a secret out here just by the expression of their face. They know. They might not know what exactly happened to their son, Nolan Wells, but they know someone right. And the reason why I say they know someone right, they just didn't approve of what his lifestyle was. But I'm gonna continue to hit play. Some ain't right. I'm gonna continue to hit play.
Like that's our biggest thing. And we are so grateful to everyone, family, friends, classmates, United Cajun Navy, everybody that's assisted us. We
Ooh, just caught something else just now on live. Why the daddy? I ain't seen it. I don't see a tear, but I ain't gonna lie. But why the daddy hide behind her head? Man, TG, if you don't carry this video on, they was ashamed of their son. They knew what they knew. And I love Nolan like he was my son, because I would have accepted what he liked. What I wouldn't accept is motherfuckers telling me, oh, he went here, or the last time I seen him, he was there. Last time I seen him, he was there. There's no goddamn way all y'all mother freaking kids that say y'all love my child gonna tell me the last time we seen him and all y'all got the same exact time. That means y'all all knew the time of his decease. Mom, Dad, I'm not here to bash y'all, but y'all knew enough too. To me, y'all knew enough that y'all accept y'all son being what he was gonna be. One day it might catch up. And I heard the daddy talk highly of Nolan's little brother. So highly of Nolan's little brother, to where Nolan's little brother was looking up to be like his big brother. But I'm going to continue to play.
I would hope that any parent who, God forbid, would be in our situation, I would hope that you would do the same thing. I would hope that you would ask for any help, receive any help to get answers, because at the end of the day, that's all we want. We just want to know. We just want to know what happened and why our baby didn't come home. Like that's
Now, I hate to put it like this, the Wells family, but I'm going to have to play it like this. Let me see. Is this sharing on my YouTube? Nope. Hold up. I'm gonna have to share this one. This is probably why your baby didn't come home. And then I'm gonna explain why. And when I said it was gonna get dark, it was gonna get dark. Bear with me. Let me add this. Share. This probably the reason why your son didn't make it home, babe. Right here. And it hurt my soul, but I gotta play this too.
Have you seen the video that's been going around social media where people think that they're hearing an argument between people and they're wondering whether or not Nolan is one of the people in that argument? You just described that you had another friend, not Nolan, another friend who was in and got into a dispute. Is that video the other argument that you were talking about?
Yes.
So,
that
but is that Nolan in the video?
I can't tell. It's too far away. But
Ah.
in that video, I feel like the voices are too clear. Like from the side, it's too clear for it to be that far away.
But I agree. I agree with that because whoever's the voter, nonetheless, somebody on that boat knew to direct their camera over towards that way. That was definitely him, probably asking for his phone back. But because it's a boat and the way they showed it on video, to me, I'm like, dang, it could. I myself questioned that. Could it pick up audio from that far away? But if it picked up audio from that far away, that was the directions of the person on that boat that wanted to hear that and see that. I don't investigate for no reason. Let's start this back to the beginning. Let's hit play.
Seen the video that's been going around social media where people think that they're hearing an argument between people and they're wondering whether or not Nolan is one of the people in that argument. You just described that you had another friend, not Nolan, another friend who was in and got into a dispute. Is that video the other argument that you were talking about?
Yes.
So, but is that Nolan in the video?
I can't tell. It's too far away. But
Oh my God, I gotta go get it. Hold up, y'all. Bear with me. Because I got some shit to point out on that. Bear with me. Because this little boy, he said some things that I'm like, I don't understand that. Why wasn't Nolan over there arguing? And then I'm thinking like, well, at the end of the day, it could have been, but it may not have been. But had it could been Nolan, whoever shooted that video, they made sure they took it over that way. Hold on, I gotta find it back. My bad. Apologize. But we do shit real life over here. Let me see. Let me do this. Do I still got it here? Because I got TMZ. Because it didn't, that his interview didn't sound right to me. Well, his name is Javon, so let me see. This is what I do. I like to break it down. What I see, what I didn't see, what I hear, what I don't hear. I like to wait to the end before I even do anything. I want to know myself. I do my own investigations, but we're gonna share this one here. Okay. So this video, what I'm about to show y'all, hold on, TMZ. I don't know why it's not letting. Right here. So y'all gonna see and listen to what he say. Listen to what he say. Okay? All right, let's listen. So I'm about to hit play. Let me continue. Start from the beginning.
Javon, have you seen the video that's been going around social media where people think that they're hearing an argument between people and they're wondering whether or not Nolan is one of the people in that argument? You just described that you had another friend, not Nolan, another friend who was in and got into a dispute. Is that video the other argument that you were talking about?
Yes.
So, but is that Nolan?
So he trying to figure out, is that really Nolan in that video that was arguing? Oh, JVN. No, it was not Nolan. No, that was the next boat next to me. No, I ain't seen that boy since 3 p.m. Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all listen to this, and I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna let y'all hear it.
Javon, have you seen the video that's been going around social media where people think that they're hearing an argument between people and they're wondering whether or not Nolan is one of the people in that argument? You just described that you had another friend, not Nolan, another friend who was in and got into a dispute. Is that video the other argument that you were talking about?
Yes.
So, but is that Nolan in the video?
I can't tell. It's too far away. But in that video, I feel like the voices are too clear. Like from the side, it's too clear for it to be that far away for it to be Nolan arguing. And then also that altercation, it sounds just like my other friend that got into the altercation on the boat. And they were trying to, like, as he was in that altercation, I was calming him down. They were trying to get him.
Pause. Who was the other goddamn friend? Who were the other friend? Was y'all separating Nolan from the other friend? Because definitely it was a heated argument. Who were the other friend? I'm going to let that rest. Study this, boy. Study it. And pay attention, because I'm going to go right back to the beginning on TMZ. Who were the other friend that got into an argument while you controlled one of your friends? Because the last I checked, you were Nolan's friend. That's why I said it get deep. It get deep and it get deeper. Stay tuned.
Him out off the island. They were trying to get him back to land because he was just losing it.
Let me rewind
describe that. That's kind of interesting.
Javon, have you seen the video that's been going around social media where people think that they're hearing an argument between people and they're wondering whether or not Nolan is one of the people in that argument? You just described that you had another friend, not Nolan, another friend who was in and got into a dispute. Is that video the other argument that you were talking about?
Yes.
So, but is that Nolan in the video?
I can't tell. It's too far away. But in that video, I feel like the voices are too clear. Like from the side, it's too clear for it to be that far away for it to be Nolan arguing. And then also that altercation, it sounds just like my other friend that got into the altercation on the boat. And they were trying to, like, as he was in that altercation, I was calming him down. They were trying to get him out off the island. They were trying to get him back to land because he was just losing it. So
describe that. That's kind of interesting. What was that about?
He was just very hostile. Like he was just like really like mad. Like they were just trying to, like, the parents on that boat were trying to get him out.
I'm curious if the police have. I know they said they're still investigating. Did any investigators ever speak to you about what you saw that day?
No, sir.
Really?
Okay.
Cops have not talked to you yet.
No, sir.
That's
I don't
odd.
see why the cops would have. I don't see why the cops would have to talk to me. I mean, obviously, like, like I had.
Scratch his head. Why would the cops talk to me? When I already talked to the sons, the y'all know the shit. Excuse me. I don't mean to use bad language on my channel. It's a channel called Sunrise or Sun this. Now he got a little fear on when they asked him. So why you ain't talk to the cops if you so sure about what you're saying to us? And he said, I plead my plea. Who you plead your plea to? And what plea are you pleading? Are y'all not paying attention to these kids?
I don't see why the cops would have to talk to me. I mean, obviously, like, like I had said my plea, like, because whenever I had talked to the people at Sunheard, it was whenever, the body was discovered and the autopsy people and all the.
Another thing. I hope y'all can hear me. When the body was discovered, the body, you one of the best friends. Let me tell you something. Your mom, Nolan mom, contact your mom to ask you, was Nolan there at y'all home? Your mom went to you to ask you, and you said Nolan ain't coming back. Now, if y'all big fans of Facebook, when this investigation shit go down, they deleted that because the mom really didn't believe Nolan was missing. Your mom didn't believe Nolan was really missing. And then when Nolan's mom called and asked, hey, let me see your can you do a location? Find out where Nolan at? And y'all did a location, right? You and your mom. Y'all did a whole location and said the phone was at somebody else's house. But according to that 360, that Life 360 on Nolan mama phone, something ain't right. Now, baby boy, it's time to tell the truth. And yes, the police do need to speak to you because to me, you more involved than you know it. You way more involved. All you gotta do is study your asses. You guilty as you was the last one to say 3 and 4 o'clock. I seen him with Katie, and then everybody else followed your lead, right? All right.
Those people were there.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm surprised. Because you knew Nolan well, and you knew that he was friends with these guys who were the last ones to be around him before his body was found. And I would think they would at least want to know, hey, just the things we're asking.
Point blank. Look at that. He had to scratch his head on a conversation that TMZ X, and I just rewinded back and listened to this conversation. He said, they ain't got to talk to me. I already plead my plea. What plea? What's a plea? You're guilty as fuck.
No, sir.
That's odd.
I don't see why the cops would have. I don't see why the cops would have to talk to me. I mean, obviously, like, like I had said my plea, like, because whenever I had talked to the people at Sunheard, it was whenever, the body was discovered and the autopsy people and all those people were there.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm surprised. because you knew Nolan well, and you knew that he was friends with these guys who were the last ones to be around him before his body was found. And I would think they would at least want to know.
And this what pissed me off. This shit right here. Pissed me off.
Kid who was out there, at least on that boat. Do you think, having been there on the island with this large group of people, that race plays
Hey,
a
Miss
factor
Gwen,
in
Michelle.
whatever
Hey,
happened
baby.
here?
Again, I don't want to answer. I don't want to answer that question. I wouldn't say like. Yeah, I wouldn't want to answer that question. I mean, obviously, we go to Ocean Springs. We're gonna have white friends, so like, that's.
Now I gotta say, ask this. I gotta ask this. And no, I'm transparency. But I gotta ask this. Who were you protecting? Who were you protecting? I'm trying to solve Nolan Wells' case. But to me, I'm on the outside fighting for that boy, fighting to find out what happened to him. And you the best friend, your mama and Nolan mama are friends. They are close friends. Nolan mama know if Nolan ain't at home, he going over Javion in his brother's house. Mama know this. She ain't say he was going over Ryan house, Eric house. She know if he ain't make it home, he ain't nowhere but over his auntie house. And y'all ain't even blood fucking family, but you best friends that she even trusts y'all. What the fuck happened to him? Mama, Miss Christine, you need to dig deeper. This boy here know what happened to your son. And I'm gonna say it when I say it get darker, this is my dark side on saying this. You ask his mama to do a location of your son's cell phone. Now you know you got a 360 set up that they didn't know. They ain't know nothing about that. Life 360 that you can track your son everywhere abouts. They didn't know that. Even Nolan probably didn't know that. And when you track the whereabouts, it didn't add up. But I feel like this deep in my heart, and I know that you are not allowed to say this. You're attracted to that goddamn best friend house. That's what made you call his mama to ask was Nolan there. I rest my case and I'm off. And I ain't gonna give up. But I am finna end my life. And welcome everybody that came through. Let me give y'all shout outs. I had to take a break. That's what I believe happened to Nolan. Even mom don't even know The lady that she called and asked, can she check the location? She trusted her. She trusted Javion. She trusted him. She trusted this man right here. Hold up. She trusted him. I'm gonna get that on back on there. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm slow on this. She trusted him and his mama. And then y'all know what something else I'm gonna say before I end this live. You know what I'm gonna say before I end this live? Nolan mom called his mother. Why is his mother a secret? Why is your mother a secret? Why when Nolan mama went to do a press conference, she didn't even know where the heck your mama retrieved that phone from. Your mom told Nolan mama, don't worry about it. You just go on and write a report of him being missing. I'm going to do this on my end and find a cell phone. But did your mom tell Nolan mom where she found that cell phone? Right in your house. And that's why that mom had that 360, Life 360, and the stories weren't adding up. But what's so goddamn crazy about a mom? When his mom would have told me she found out where that phone at, I would have said, I'm on my way. I'm going to go with you. I'm riding with you because I'm going to get my son's phone. But the reason why they didn't have you ride, because that phone was in that lady's house with her son. I end this live. That's what happened. And I don't know none of these people. But that's what I do. I investigate. Peace out. Hold on. And rest in peace, Nolan Wells. Rest in peace. Yep. They did wrong. They did him wrong. His friends and all that. They did him wrong. And it's so crazy. And you need people like us to stay on their heads that can read their ass. That's what happened. And then notice this brother on my left end, my left side, he made one statement, and this is only statement that he made. Just hit me up when you get back. Just be careful, bro. Watch out for yourself. And this statement that he made that soon as they land on the island. This shit ain't cool. Y'all are suspects. These two right here. They are suspects. My spirit telling me I ain't blessed with this blessing for no reason. They are the suspects. Rest in peace, Nolan. And I do I want to respect the parents, but it's a little. I think the parents, what I get from the parents, and I'm only going to be honest, what I get from the parents it's a secret. It's something that they was holding back. It's something they holding back. Not saying they involved with Nolan being unalive, but it's something that they don't want to tell the world. And I'm showing my face on this one. I have to. I have to show my face on this. It's something that the parents is not telling the world. No, I'm not no psychic. I'm born like this. And 9 out of 10, I ain't never told no lie. And if you like my comment and my commentaries, I like to break it down of what I feel, because I'm special. I have a special spirit. And nobody, do not disrespect nobody. We transparent. Everybody have their own opinion. In my opinion, I just broke it down on how I felt, what happened. And I'm always keeping on these two right here. I and these are only two that told everybody across the world the last time they seen Nolan was at 3 to 4 o'clock. And everybody went with it. So mom, dad, pops, I know something going on in your family. I can see it. I feel it. I can see the tensions. I read through this. I'm not one of them readers that read your life. I see through it. I'm blessed with it. Thanks everybody for joining in. If y'all like this content, please subscribe. At the end of the day, I am going to talk through things and I will break it down. In other words, I'll keep it real over here. I'm the truth. I'm TGBNG.